All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to X-Plane 11. I am Bill, and this is Julia. Okay, hi, Julia. So welcome, everybody. For those of you that are new or just catching this kind of series, or maybe watching this on YouTube after the fact, just to get you caught up on what we've done is we made this a 5-part stream. And Julia went from the Cat 1 and 2. That was part 1. Part 2 was the Cat 4. We just skipped the Cat 3. Part 3 was the Cat 4. And then we went to part 4, which we did basically a test run of the flight that we're about to do. So all this was leading up to Julia soloing in PilotEdge for the first time. So she's been flying and doing the radios the whole time throughout all of those streams, but I was still there next to her saying, hey, look over there, say this or whatever. So I've been here helping her. So this flight, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be in the other room, so it's going to be like the CFI leaving the plane and watching with binoculars from the tarmac. And as you can tell from Julia's face, she's really, really relaxed and excited about this. But I think a little background on her experience. She's had some minimal left seat time in a real 172. She's had some back seat time as well with me flying. And then, I don't know, like 2 or 3 flights on PilotEdge, maybe, or not PilotEdge, but in X-Plane, where you were flying, but I was either doing the radio or I was flying and you were doing the radio. So this was the first time that she'd actually had both things to do. So flying and the radio stuff all together. So it's been difficult in a number of different ways, because it's kind of been a realization to me on how much stuff that I've gotten up to speed on and now take for granted that at one point I didn't know either. But you can get up to speed pretty quickly. And I look back, I mean, my first PilotEdge flight was 4 or 5 months ago. Like, it really wasn't that long ago. So even just after 4 full streams of you being on the radio, you already are saying things correctly and sound like you actually know what you're doing. I think you do actually know what you're doing, despite how much credit you give yourself for what you know. Like, I think you know more than it might seem. So what has your feelings been on this? Like, is it harder than you thought it was? Is it easier than you thought it was? Is it about exactly the same?
Yeah, it's not easy.
How does it?
Definitely not easy.
Do you feel?
I think it's like, it's a lot to remember, and I mean, I think it's definitely a super amazing tool if you are going to fly in real life, because you have to be able to manage all those different crazy moving parts. But it's definitely not easy.
Can you retroactively look back on the times that we have flown in real life, and has it made any of that stuff clear? Like, what thing? And again, because you had no idea what was going on then, so you may not have retained any of it. But does doing this kind of go, oh, that's why they did that in the real plane? Has it like made anything clear from those experiences?
I mean, to be honest, I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah, like, I mean, you were,
especially when I was like the times I've gone up just in the back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what
you're
they're saying on the radio.
Looking out their window.
Unless they're telling us like traffic. I listen to that.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
But
well. So we're gonna do the pre-flight stuff and like the route and all that. So we'll do that stuff like normal, and then when it's time to take off, then I'll just peace out. Bye. Over your border.
Sure did.
Yes. All right.
I feel like I need you to tell me, like, how do I abort, like, the whole thing if it's just going sideways? Like, how do I just start over?
You don't.
No, just tell me, like, is there, like, a key or something to press? I'm asking you seriously.
Yeah, seriously. If something is if something has gone so horribly wrong that you can't continue, just keep going. I'm watching. I'm still watching, so I'll know. Like,
I know you will.
Yeah, so I'll come in and help. But like, if you worst case scenario, and I hate to even say the C word, but if you crash, then we'll just reset it. It's fine.
Well, I'm not gonna crash.
Yeah, that's
famous last words.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Yeah, you can just disconnect and land on that aircraft carrier over there, Fort Mako. Yeah, don't. I mean, if
I hope everybody can tell I'm nervous.
This will be fun. You need to just have fun. This is supposed to be just a fun thing. Every one of us were nervous the first time, even if I've talked to so many people that said like they're actual pilots that joined PilotEdge, and like, I'm really nervous before I hit that button every time. It's a totally natural thing, and it's exacerbated by the fact that you don't do this all the time. So you're up against a steep curve. So
/ don't like doing things in front of people.
Yeah, / don't like other people, and yeah. So JT Kerr, he goes, he's a real world pilot, and he gets nervous. It's totally normal. I mean, I think there is a point sometime where you're, where there's a comfort level, and just like performers on stage, like I'm more comfortable on stage, like freak most people out, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you are. So yeah, you'll be fine. Just don't worry about it. Okay, so our route is going to be Ramona to Palomar, and it is 19.2 miles.
Oh God.
So it's a quick one. It's about it's a little bit more than that. It's probably just over 20, because the route that you end up taking is actually that. Roughly. So that's almost 20 miles, 19.7 miles. So that's your route right there. And you remember that intersection right here? Mm-hmm. So we need to figure out what the F freeway that is, because I think that could help.
We did already. It was like the 78.
78. Well, let's double confirm. Because you feel more comfortable saying 10 miles out anyway, though, right?
As opposed to...
Hey, I'm over the 78 and 15. Because you could check in right there.
Yeah, no. I'm just going
to... You just say 10.
10 miles
okay.
out.
All right. I figured. But it is like a perfect spot. Escondido, too. That's, we're over Escondido. You could say that, apparently. And that works. So you see those little flags? Those are like VFR... so he'll say like, hey, check in over Lake Hodges or check in over Escondido, and all those little flags are, Del Mar, just things that are easily seen from the sky. So you could say we're over Escondido, ready to land, or just 10 miles out. It's totally fine. Hey, what's up, Go Navy? Okay. So that's the route. Very easy, straight in. We have our frequencies written down. So Ramona Tower is 121.65. You got that?
No, that's ground.
Ground, sorry. Ramona Ground, 121.65. Ramona Tower is 119.875. Mm-hmm. You got those in? And then we have Palomar written down, and those frequencies are 118.6 is Tower, and 121.8 is ground. And you're probably not going to need the ground, but it's there in case you need it. One more thing to remember as well is when you're holding short the runway, make sure to put in that Palomar Tower. Excuse me, that Palomar Tower frequency. Let me steal your water here. So you're going to put in ground, Ramona Tower. Call ground. Once you get your clearance to the runway, you're going to taxi to the runway. You're going to hold short. You're going to flip over to the tower, to Ramona Tower, and then while you're doing that, before you check in with Ramona Tower, you're going to just put in the frequency for Palomar. And then by the time you're 10 miles out, then you flip to Palomar. And if you're on the wrong frequency, just say sorry about that. You know, can you confirm what the right frequency is? Like, the air traffic control is there to help you out in this situation, particularly when you're, you know, it's a short flight, it's a training flight, the airports aren't busy, so there's not going to be, you know, there's no problem with you asking the tower for help. Hey, can you make sure, you know, am I 10 miles out, or can you see, you know, you can just use air traffic control, use the tower as support a little bit. Like, you know, obviously, you know. Goldsy, what power setting do you have? What RPMs am I supposed to? Where's the button for the lights? Hey, what's up, Herd Fan? Herd Fan CD, welcome aboard officially. Okay. Yeah. Let's let her do it. Okay. You can turn on the lights. That is true. That is true. Let's give you some extra daylight here. We don't want it to be we want the lights to be on. There we go. All right. Start her up. Holy crap, did you get it started? Freaking awesome.
493 Charlie Alpha Connect, Santa Barbara departure.
Did you already have that on?
701 Golf Tango Palomar Tower 12106, runway 24, clear to land.
Okay. OBS, you're awesome. You're freaking awesome. Go Navy! Thanks for the subscription, man. Okay, we're back. Thank you, OBS, for being a freaking jerk. Alright, so you didn't miss anything. We were just programming in the GPS and getting the old flight plan deleted and the new one input. Okay, so now that's where you push the center one.
Las Vegas Tower 24010, runway 19 right, clear to land.
Okay, and then it's whatever the heck. Kilo, Charlie. Go Navy! Thank you for the bit, sir.
Kilo, Charlie.
Kilo, Charlie, Romeo, Quebec. Wow, wow, wee wah. Flight logic. That's hilarious. That was one of the funnier things that we've done in PilotEdge, or not PilotEdge, well, yeah, I guess PilotEdge is. Yep. Fly around in that Cub without wings. That was funny. Okay, now go up to re-highlight that one. Just go up one, yeah. And then menu. And activate leg. And then click and hold control. Or clear. Okay. Let me see. Because I don't want it too far away, but I also don't want it too close because that doesn't give you anything. So maybe like, I don't know, how does...
What are you doing?
Just zooming it in and out.
For what
I don't know
purpose?
if that... For the purpose of you being able to see kind of where you need to go.
I just look at the magenta line,
Okay, good.
which I can see fine.
Okay, cool.
If the white plane is over here, then
We
we have a problem.
have a problem, correct. Okay, let's check the frequencies, make sure those are... Oh, did you turn all the lights on too?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Alright,
Alright, check the frequencies, make sure we're good to go there. No, on the upper one. No, I'm watching from somewhere else. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave the room, shut the door, and watch someplace else. So this will be a true solo. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the other room. I'll be in the chat, but I am gonna open up a beer.
We're 65831 forward and ground with.
Okay.
65831, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 6664.
128.1, squawk 6664 for 6581. Weapon Tower, Skyhawk 352 Lima, beam the numbers, runway 12.
Ground and tower.
52 Lima, runway 12, cleared for the option, wind calm.
Clear for the option, runway 12, 352 Lima.
Both for Ramona. Yeah, okay. Cool.
Holding ground, 65831, ready to taxi.
Alright, close out of that. And
65831, roger, you south or north side?
We are on the south side, 81.
831, roger, runway 24, taxi by
do you
Alpha.
want the
24 via Alpha, 831.
taxiway chart up too? No, you don't need it? Okay. Alright, when you get to Palomar, land and then get off the runway and let them know you're off the runway and taxi and go park by your hangar.
What city?
When you land at Palomar, just go taxi to your hangar. Like when you pull off, let him know like, hey, I'm clear of the runway, and then he'll let you go. Okay? Then you have a nice, freezing cold Coors Light ready, waiting for you. Okay? This is it. This is so cool. All right. Okay, everybody. I am leaving the room.
I'm on the ground, Skyhawk 595.
Going into a different room. I'm out of here. The doors are going to be shut.
With the weather.
So just
Southern
take a
5
breath.
Whiskey, Ramona ground, runway 27,
Check the
taxi by
notes.
Bravo.
And
27
have a
Bravo,
flight.
5 Whiskey.
Don't shake my hand.
Come on, shake my hand.
Remember, clearance delivery, good evening.
No,
Hangar
I'm so
12
nervous.
kilo for the guy 10.
Hey, 112 kilo.
Okay, and you want
Clearance
chat
cleared to
closed, right? You don't want to see the
Airport
chat.
5 departure.
Okay.
San Marcos transition,
Alright.
then direct.
Sorry,
maintain
guys.
3000.
I'll be in there, but she won't be able to see you
Expect
until
6,000, 5 minutes after
No,
departure.
I'm not paying attention
Departure frequency
to you.
120.55. Squawk
Can you
2434.
just, like, move that over?
Yeah.
Alright, we're clear to
No.
the Santa Maria Airport, 5 departure, San Marcos transition.
you just- you don't wanna see that at all.
3006 12055 2434, 12 kilo, verify you have a request for the I-10.
Hang on, 12 kilo, I do have to request. Good luck. Read back is correct.
Thank you. Holding ground 65831, holding for closing tower 65831, holding for 24 Alpha, ready to go, straight out departure.
67381, Fuller 10 tower, good evening, straight out. Departure approved, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 24, 65831.
Delta 2347, connect LA Center 126.35.
Ramona ground, Cessna Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, ready to taxi.
All I heard was Lima Echo ready to taxi. You missed the beginning part of the transmission sequence.
Ramona ground, Cessna Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, ready to taxi.
204 Lima Echo, Ramona ground, runway 27, taxi by Alpha.
Taxi via Alpha 204 Lima Echo. Fuck.
4 Lima Echo, just confirm it's runway 27 by Alpha.
Runway 27 via Alpha 204 Lima Echo.
Delta 2347 LA Center, thanks. The altimeter 2988.
Fulton Tower 65831, do we have clearance through the Seal Beach Delta?
65831, that airspace actually doesn't really exist anymore. The airport's been closed, but contact departure.
Off departure 831.
Santa Barbara ground, good evening. Hagelin 12 Kilo, signature, ready to taxi with the weather.
Hagelin 12 Kilo, Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via Charlie and Juliet.
Charlie and Juliet for 25, Hagelin 12 Kilo.
Ramona Tower, number 5954 Whiskey 27.
5954 Whiskey, Roger, taking your direction of flight.
West, 5 Whiskey.
Just straight out departure approved, runway 27, clear for takeoff for 54 Whiskey.
27, clear for takeoff, 5 Whiskey.
Whiteman Tower, Stock 3852 Lima, beam the numbers, runway 12.
Number 52 Lima, runway 12, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 12, 3852 Lima.
65831 SoCal departure, radar contact, maintain VFR. Now that you're talking to me, that allows you to fly through any Delta or Charlie airspace you come across without a clearance.
Ramona Tower, Cessna Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, holding short at Alpha runway 27.
Number 204 Lima Echo, Ramona Tower, runway 27, line up and wait.
Line up and wait 204 Lima Echo.
Santa Barbara Tower, good evening. Hagelin 12 Kilo, Juliet, short of 25, ready for departure.
Hagelin 12 Kilo, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 25, Hagelin 12 Kilo.
St. Louis ground, Cessna 571 Hotel Sierra is located at Alpha and Hotel, ready to taxi with information hotel.
571 Hotel Sierra, San Luis ground, runway 29, taxi by Alpha.
Taxi via Alpha, runway 29, 571 Hotel Sierra.
Number 204 Lima Echo, straight out departure approved, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff 204 Lima Echo.
93 Charlie Alpha, advise me you have the Santa Maria weather, stay approach request. 93 Charlie Alpha, roger, respect that. Hagelin 12 Kilo, connect to Santa Barbara approach.
Santa Barbara departure, Hagelin 12 Kilo, see ya.
Hagelin 12 Kilo, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 5,000. At 3812, roger, 10 left approved, and when able, direct gallop viewer. 65831 advising you of Torrance and thing.
Whiteman Tower, Skyhawk 352 Lima, midfield left downwind, runway 12.
Got Lima, runway 12, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, 12352 Lima.
65831 things. Tag 112 Kilo to climb and maintain 6,000. United 3812, contact Albuquerque Center 134.32, and I'll let him know when you're direct out.
Runway clear, it's November 107 Mike Romeo's Mitsubishi MU2 Slant Golf. We're looking for a VFR departure to the east, negative flight following with Victor.
Number 93 Charlie Alpha at San Marcos, cleared. Localize steamy backcourse Alpha approach. Mike Romeo, gentlemen, clearance on departure, flighting 175, maintain VFR at or below 5,000, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5274.
On departure, fly heading 175, maintain VFR at or below 5,000, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5274 for 7 Mike Romeo.
7 Mike Romeo, reback.
You have your Thursday voice on.
Ha! But it's only Wednesday.
It's a lie.
Center 54 Whiskey, Palomar Tower, Roger, report 3 mile final, runway 24. Delta 2347, contact SoCal approach 132.37.
San Luis Tower, 571 Hotel Sierra, holding at runway 29, south departure, ready to go.
571 Hotel Sierra, San Luis Tower, left turn on course approved, runway 29 clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff for left turn off, 571 Hotel Sierra.
Delta 2347, SoCal approach, LA altimeter 2988. Any preference on 24 right or 25 left tonight? Delta 2347, Roger, cleared ILS to my 25 left approach. Number 65831 radar service is terminated. Contact Torrance Tower 133.07.
Downa Tower, Skyhawk Cessna 204 Lima Echo, 10 miles out, straight in landing.
204 Lima Echo, Palomar Tower, good evening. 10 miles out, which direction?
10 miles east, 204 Lima Echo.
204 Lima Echo, roger, make straight in runway 24, report a 3-mile final.
Straight in runway 24, report at 3 mile, 204 Lima Echo.
Hey, 12 Kilo,
5831, about 10 miles to the east, inbound full stop with the weather.
Six 831, make Torrance Tower, good evening, make straight in runway 29 right, runway 29 right, clear to land.
Straight in 29 right, clear to land, 60831.
Hey, 12 Kilo, roger, expect that. As luck would have it, I have a Skyhawk on that exact same approach. You'll see how the sequencing looks here shortly. I may have to give you a delay back.
Wayman Tower, Sky 352 Lima, turning final.
Right. 52 Lima, runway 12, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 12, 352 Lima.
54 Whiskey, runway 24, clear to land, wind 240 at 4.
San Luis ground, Cessna 39 Delta Alpha, transient parking, request pattern work with Charlie.
39 Delta Alpha, San Luis ground, right 29er taxi by Alpha.
Runway 29er taxi via Alpha, 9 Delta Alpha.
I go 12 Kilo, reduce speed by 20 knots for now. I'll let you know how it looks in a bit.
John Wayne ground, November 107, Mike Romeo, we're at the general parking west side. Short of Bravo, Foxtrot, ready to taxi the Victor.
107 Mike Romeo, John Wayne ground, right 20 right taxi by Bravo Lima.
20 right, Bravo Lima, 7 Mike Romeo.
Whiskey off to the ramp, this frequency. Go 12 Kilo across San Marcos at 6,000. Cleared. Localizer DME back course Alpha approach. I got 12 Kilos to make it legal, maintain 140 knots or less.
San Luis Tower, Cessna 39 Delta Alpha, holding short, runway 29.
139 Delta Alpha, you full length there for 29 right now?
Delta Alpha, that's a negative. We're holding at hold point Lima for 29.
Okay, if you want an intersection, you have to request that. You can't just do it on your own. Make left close traffic, report midfield down one each time, runway 29 at Lima, clear for takeoff.
Make left close traffic, report midfield, Cessna 39 Delta Alpha, thanks for the advice.
Ramona Tower, Cessna Skyhawk 204 Lima Echo, 3 miles out.
204 Lima Echo, Palomar Tower, runway 24, clear to land, wind 240 at 4.
Torres Tower, 6581, holding short 29 left at the approach end. Request taxi back to the active for departure.
65831, roger, taxi Hotel Alpha Juliet, runway 29 right.
Hotel Alpha Juliet for 29 right, 51.
Three Charlie Alpha, keep the speed up best you can. I have faster traffic coming behind you, same approach.
Wayman Tower, Stock 352 Lima, turning base, runway 12.
52 Lima, runway 12, cleared for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 12, 352
Delta 2347, connect SoCal approach 124.9er. Angle 12 kilo, reduce speed to 120.
Runway Tower, November 107, Mike Romeo, holding short 20 right at Lima, ready for departure.
Yeah, I believe that's the most amount of airplanes I've ever heard call in at the exact same time before. I believe that was 6, has to be a record. 93 Charlie Alpha, no, that's not going to work. He's on the same approach, also flying the same approach you are, so I can't let him pass you, so I just need you to keep the speed up as best you can. I've slowed him down as much as I can. The only other option is to pull you off the approach and bring you back around. 107 Michael Romeo. Charlie Tower, 20 right, cleared for takeoff.
20 right, clear for takeoff, send back away.
Delta 2347, SoCal approach, Chile altimeter 2988. Three 921 SoCal approach, clear to the Whiteman Airport is filed, maintain 4000. Departure frequency 127.4, squawk 3267, hold for release. Richard 9921, be back correct. Call me shortly, runway number 1 for departure. I'll be released at that time for exchange approved.
Southern Louise Tower, Cessna 39 Delta Alpha, midfield, left downwind.
139 Delta Alpha, runway 29 cleared for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 29er, Cessna 39 Delta Alpha.
Richard 9921, roger, release for departure time 0335. Clearance void if not off by 0345. Change to advisory frequency approved. Report airborne this frequency. 47, connect LA Tower 120.95.
Palomar Tower, Skyhawk, Cessna 204 Lima Echo, clear of the runway.
204 Lima Echo, taxi to the ramp via Alpha.
Taxi to the ramp via Alpha, 204 Lima Echo.
Torres Tower, 65831, I'd like to get flight following back to Fullerton. Should we hop over to ground?
65831. No, you can stay with me. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 5543.
5543, departure frequency 128.1, 65831. We'll be at 2,000 feet.
65831, roger, Rebecca.
Oh shit.
107 Mike Romeo, radar contact, altitude.
Climbing through 600, 7 Mike Romeo.
7 Mike Romeo, thanks, connect departure.
Over departure, 7 Mike Romeo.
Okay, no one died.
Torres Tower, 651, from that squawk was 5543.
Are you freaking kidding?
I'm like sweat. I'm shaking.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sweating.
Delta 2347 with you.
Like-
Dude, you couldn't have landed that any nicer.
347, LA,
I'm literally like
1240,
sweating in
125
my
Middle
armpits.
and 6 left. Delta
Holy
2347.
crap.
107 Mike Romeo, SoCal departure, radar cancel.
Bank angle, bank angle, bank angle.
Palmer Town, 450. Palmer, Phoenix, 450. Juliet, VFR departure to the east.
Oh my God. That was so
Zero
cool.
Juliet, Roger, ground, ready for taxi.
Ground ready, taxi 450, Juliet.
Maria.
107 Mike Romeo, cancel altitude
Maria.
restriction, now resume navigation, maintain
Yeah,
VFR.
your mother-in-law.
Oh.
Oh my God. Royal Patton, welcome. Thank you so much for the sub.
Short tower 6731, holding short,
Holy
29 right at Juliet,
crap.
right cross from
Oh my god,
departure.
I'm so glad.
65821 Torrance Tower,
Hornet,
right cross,
thanks for
departure,
the
approval,
thanks for
right,
the
clear
bits
for
too.
takeoff.
Oh.
Come take
Oh
out
my
29 right,
goodness.
651.
Dude.
352 Lima, midfield downwind 12.
I'm like
652
shaking.
Lima, 12 clear for the
Holy
option, we
cow.
Clear for the
All right,
option. 1,
let's
2, 3,
check out
5,
that just ridiculous landing. That was absurd. That was absolutely absurd. Oh my God. Thanks, Go Navy.
I'm like
You're like actually shaking.
I know. It's nerve-wracking coming in.
Oh my God. Okay, well first off here,
Thanks.
you earned that
I
one.
can't even hold it with that hand because it's shaking.
It's shaking so much?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Oh my goodness. You absolutely crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. We were laughing when you were at this point. Like you're going a little, like you were going a little, like technically a little bit fast, but
Fast? Oh, I thought I was going slow because I was
earlier you
listening
were.
to it.
Yeah, earlier you
Let's
were
see.
going a little bit slow.
So I was like trying to speed it up a little.
Yeah, no, you were. It was so freaking perfect that it was like hilarious. Like I was just laughing the whole time because you're lined up, just like stable the entire freaking time. It's so ridiculous. Oh my God. Sinister Penguin, welcome aboard. Thanks for the follow. Oh, and Darken, thank you. That's Julia. That Ryan just bought you a beer.
Oh, thanks.
All right, let's go from this view. Look at how absolutely just rock solid that is. It's so ridiculous. Oh yeah. When you said line up and wait, you're supposed to pull onto the runway and stop.
Oh.
But like at this point, whatever. That was almost literally the only thing I could think of. But that was like, we'll rewatch this at some point. But
I was on the right frequency, but I said we're momentarily.
oh yeah, but that's everybody does that. Yeah, this is perfect.
Like I'm shaking.
You were really that nervous?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe how much you
Well,
killed
there's like
that.
people watching me. Like,
Nobody was
of course
watching.
I'm nervous.
Nobody was
nervous.
watching you.
Nervous.
No, we all turned it off. I turned on a episode of The Office. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you this either. We placed bets beforehand.
Who won?
The over under.
What was the over?
Under on F bombs was 4.5.
Who took the under? I don't
Ryan,
think I had.
you had at least one, and then that one, which doesn't really count. Yeah, there's two. Yeah, Ryan was the only one that took the under.
Yeah. I was surprised, but.
Look at how ridiculous this is.
Because you're not in here.
We mentioned that as well.
I couldn't tell if it was down or not.
Are you down?
Yeah.
2 tiny, measly little puffs of smoke. That was absolutely obscene, Julia. How the freaking hell did you do that? Well, Julia, you did it. How did it feel? I know we kind of talked about it briefly when you landed, but now that you've been able to decompress a little bit, how do you feel afterwards?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That landing was awesome. That landing was so freaking good. I loved it.
You're so excited.
I absolutely loved it. So we did 4 lessons. I mean, they were pretty short, but they were kind of lessons. The 5th one we did, it was probably, like we talked about, the easiest towered airport to towered airport flight that you can do. Short distance, no turns, no messing around. But that being said, from the beginning, from last week when you started, how much more comfortable did you feel doing that than day 1?
Oh, a lot?
A lot more comfortable, right?
Yeah.
And it was only 5, I mean, it was 5 times doing it. Like, it really wasn't that much. Did that feel like it was a long time ago, or does it feel like you kind of ran through this pretty quick?
Feels like it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
so you kind of you feel
no.
like you were able to get to a point where you can comfortably fly by yourself in just 4 lessons, essentially.
Yeah, in the simulator.
Yeah, in the simulator. Yeah. Nice. Well, you did a fantastic job. So for anybody that has hesitations or is nervous about flying on PilotEdge in particular, as a way to, either continue with flight simming with PilotEdge or to use it as a training tool in the real world, it really doesn't take much, but it does help to have somebody there. So please, follow the channel, join the Discord. The links will be in the description. There's going to be somebody there that can help you out and get over that initial fear of hitting the radio. So that's something that I found in this community with X-Plane, the different flight sims and PilotEdge, is that somebody's always going to be there that's willing to help you. We've got so many people in the Discord that have helped me along the way. If I had a question on something, the stream chat has always helped out as well. What you guys didn't see in this YouTube video is the live chat feed of people talking about the flight. Julia obviously wasn't paying attention to that. I was in the chat talking, so what you guys watched was, an entire flight of just looking at Julia staring straight ahead. But there's a lot of action going on in the Twitch chat live during the flights, which when you're trying to learn, that helps. So even if you don't have any aspirations of streaming, but have all the equipment, it's something to consider just as a training tool. I mean, even if you're just broadcasting live to a couple people, if they kind of know what they're doing, they can help out a lot. So definitely something to consider as you're moving forward. But yeah, other than that, go through the cat ratings and find the community of people that are willing to help answer questions as you go along. And it really does not take that long to be comfortable enough to go fly around with air traffic control. And then you're that much closer to doing it in real life and being comfortable and saving a bunch of money by learning it here rather than in the air where it's really expensive. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We'll be trying to make as many of these as possible. This kind of took a chunk of time getting us up to speed, so I didn't have any time to make some recent YouTube videos, but I will be doing that a little bit more frequently coming up here. So look out for those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.